Hey everyone, we're back at the bottom of the Demon Ruins for the second boss down here. We've gotten our intelligence up to 44 for Crystal Soul Spear. It's pretty much the ultimate upgrade to the whole Soul Arrow line. It's like Soul Spear, but stronger. Same number of casts, all that. We're going in with a pretty standard sorcery setup. I don't know if I'll actually want to use the Red Tearstone Ring in this case. I'll probably just power within at high health, simply because the Centipede Demon can be a bit unpredictable and I don't want to get one-shotted by him. He can be a little tricky though, and we're about to see why. The lock-on range in his room is not very good, and unless you cut off his tail during the fight and equip the ring that he drops from that, it's going to be very difficult to get range on him because you can't walk into the lava without taking extensive damage. As you can see, I had a lock on him, but it broke when he reared back. And that's kind of the problem with the whole situation. The good news is his attack, though obviously quite strong, is blockable. Eventually, though, what he'll do is he'll jump, do a tail swing. You can cut off his tail at that point if you want to. But I'm already doing so much damage to him that there's really no point. In fact, we're just going to hit him in the chest with this now, and goodbye. You don't actually have to cut his tail off, because he'll drop the orange charred ring when he dies, as you can see. You could cut off the tail, get that ring, and fight him normally. It's not really necessary, but you could do it. The orange shard ring is kind of a plot item. You don't ever need to pick it up, because you don't ever actually need to go through lava, but as you can see, it greatly reduces the amount of damage you take from lava, which isn't necessarily to say that it's bad. It's just... Now this area back here, where I'm picking up a bloodstain, I was trying to fight him back here with Solaire, but he just gets too much health from having a phantom there. It's not really worth it. This is a good area to fight him though in melee, because he'll walk back into that land area and you won't have to deal with that. With the Centipede Demon beaten and as much fire resist as we can put on here, as you can see, the lava still hurts, but it's no longer lethal within seconds. The orange charred ring unfortunately can't be carried over to New Game Plus, so you can't run around in the ceaseless discharge lava or anything like that, unfortunately. We've also got our friend Solaire here. He's a bit sad. I wanted to show the bad resolution. Normally I feel so bad for him I can often just kill him right here and get his stuff, but this time we won't. Instead, I want to show you something, because the section coming up, Lost Izalith, is one of the most despised areas in the game. And while it isn't really a sequence break, I did want to show you that it's really not quite so bad. There's really only one item in the hated lava section that's particularly important, and you can get it on the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Flash Sweat slotted. This is a nice spell that greatly reduces fire damage. Combined with the orange charred ring and the other stuff, it should put our damage in lava to a much more manageable amount. It's just a couple HP a second now. That's sufficient to run through without having to heal too often. Now then, here's Lost Izalith. It's full of these dinosaur asses, and they are annoying, and they don't respawn, and you could just go through here killing everything, but we're not. None of the items down here, other than the one in this temple up ahead, are worth really bothering with. So what you want to do is just run straight between some dragon legs, straight into this place, open the chest, and then get to the back. They can still hit you if you're kind of close to the entrance, but if you walk into the back, they lose pathing to you, and they will go away. Okay. Now we'll pop Flash Sweat again. Now we're going to make a run to this second area we need to go to. You see that glowy there? All we do is we run down here, and at the end of this little area, there's a ramp. That ramp goes onto the building where that glowy is. So the second step is we want to run here. Again, once we get up here, the dragon legs pretty much can't do anything to us. Grab the twin humanities here. Now that tube in front of us on the ground there, that's where we want to go. But before we do, can't get around that route. Haha! A bonfire! I actually like this bonfire better than the Chaos Covenant shortcut one. This one's actually a little closer, I think, to the Bed of Chaos, as long as you make sure to use the Orange Charred Ring and things like that. Okay. We're going to go to that broken tube there, straight ahead of us. There'll be a ramp inside. We go up the ramp, and we're out of the lava section entirely. Once you get through here, you will be in the city part of Lost Izalith. No more dinosaur butts, no more lava. Just a lot of these fat statues that breathe fire, but are pretty slow. Got stuck here. So we'll go around. I thought for a minute that one was actually just a statue, but no, the coloration is a hint. The lighter yellow colored ones are mobile. But they'll kind of make that known pretty quickly. And they are slow. They telegraph their attacks. There's about a dozen of them down here. No reason to bother. There are other items in the city section, and if you want to take your time, you can grab most of them. The Chaos Demon's only thing to worry about there, or the Chaos Eaters, is their little blast of water thing. That'll cause durability loss. It's a pain in the ass more than anything, just because once you get to this point in Izalith, it kind of sucks. That's actually the boss area up there. There's a Pyromancer waiting for you. Normally would be a little difficult, use some Chaos Sorceries, but nope. Homing Crystal Soul Mass. The Izalith Catalyst is another decent catalyst. I think it's kind of heavy, though. So is the Demon Catalyst. So it's not really worth it, because you don't want to waste a lot of weight on your catalyst. Unless it's the Tin Crystallization Catalyst, because this thing is just sweet. There's Pyromancy there, Chaos Fire Whip. It's the upgrade to Fire Whip. It's just not really that great. This Titanite Demon is the only one in the game that actually respawns. Unfortunately, it's also the strongest. It's actually quite resistant to magic. It has several thousand health. This bridge is where you would come through if you were taking the Chaos Covenant shortcut. Because it runs over the lava, you can pretty much skip the whole thing. And down here, in the darkness we have... Oh, poor Solaire. Let's put you out of your misery, buddy. Homing Crystal Soul Mass. It's the mercy kill. Killing Solaire at any time will give you his items, but killing him here, that works. The red-eyed maggot there at the back has the important item here, which is the Sunlight Maggot. Since we're not rescuing Solaire, we don't need to kill all of them. Normally, if you have the Chaos Covenant at rank 2, you can open that door back there through the shortcut to the right of the Fire Sage's door, kill all those bugs, and then that'll allow Solaire to survive. Again, this Titanite Demon's a lot stronger than he looks. With only 2 Crystal Soul Spears, I could come pretty close to killing him, but unfortunately I misjudged the range here for some reason, and it misses him. That second one hit real hard, but as you can see, not even half of his life is gone. he hits like a truck. This is a good example of how enemies have very different stats despite being the same enemy. This Titanite demon is by far the strongest. However, he also drops, I think, 2 Demon Titanite every time you kill him. It might be 1. Either way, he's the only one that you can farm, so if you really want to max out a boss weapon, he's the guy to go for. You might have enough Demon Titanite already to do that anyway, but it helps. So going back into the city, as I said, we've already been in front of the boss door. You could just go fight the Bed of Chaos now and get the hell out of Izalith. It really only takes under 10 minutes. The Bed of Chaos can be a little tougher, but if you die, there's that bonfire that's right there at the bottom of the ramp into the city area, and it's just a short run through some enemies that won't catch up to you. If you walk on this side, you won't fall down. And here's Siegmeyer. Now, normally you could get Siegmeyer to help you out, but instead, let's just do it without him. These Chaos Eaters down here are non-respawning. They're basically here for the Siegmeyer event and nothing else. One way to keep Siegmeyer alive easily is to kill all but one of them with a bow, talk to him so he'll jump down, and then go ahead and fight the last one. That's the easiest way to ensure his survival. However, you can also do this, kill them, and jump down. Now, I believe you have to jump down first, but you might actually be able to just talk to him now. However, I want some things down here anyway. This area is full of red Titanite chunks. And the problem I have with making a fire weapon early is that you kind of have to get the Lord Vessel to get all of the necessary red stuff, and that makes it kind of a pain. The only other source of red Titanite chunks I'm aware of, other than these Chaos Eaters, is the certain Black Knights, and they don't respawn. At least not these. But the Chaos Eaters can drop red chunks, and very rarely a red slab. However, we don't need to worry about getting a drop for a red slab, because there's the one we can actually pick up down here in the sewer. It's pretty much the only other treasure of note down here, and really it's the only treasure in this city area, other than the pyromancy maybe, that I really consider important. That will allow us to max out a fire or chaos weapon, which is useful. I guess more useful on New Game Plus because you can actually use one. But even so, it's nice to have. Now we need to get back to Siegmeyer, but while we're up here, there's a few areas that you can get up to that you can't really drop down to. Actually, you probably can, walking up the routes. But we'll want to pick up another chunk or two. I certainly wouldn't like to come back here if I can avoid it, but you probably have to if you want to get a plus 10 fire weapon. Not quite enough chunks. You could break down your slab, but then you lose the slab.
Oh, there you are. Wait, did you defeat those giant creatures? Oh, damn it. You never fail to impress. Well, wonderful. This night of happiness, take this.
He'll give you the Speckled stone plate ring. I believe he also drops this if you kill him. You can't get this from doing his quest the normal way. The Speckled stone plate ring is similar to the flame, spell, lightning ones. As the name suggests, it gives a bonus in resistance to all of them. I don't think there's a way out of here without dropping back down. So let's drop back down on this side, because it's a shorter walk to the stairs. Hopefully I'll get out of here before the poison is done, so that I won't get it reapplied. And of course, the rusted iron ring allows you to run normally in that swamp, just like anything else. Now, I know one of these routes leads out of here. It's the same one that we ran down in on. It's that one over there on the right, but how to get to it, I think you have to work your way around a little bit. But not from this one. think you go around here, kind of around the back. You could also drop down and go up the other side stairs. And this route here is the one that you're looking for. You just want to take it up. I believe if you resolve Siegmeyer's quest this way, you won't see him again. I'm not absolutely sure of that. I don't think you can get the slab, though. It's kind of one or the other. At any rate, in just about 15 minutes, here we are at the end of Izalith. We can go ahead and fight the boss at our leisure. That really wasn't so bad, was it? Not a lot of fighting, not a lot else to do. And now you're ready to fight the boss, which is a pain in the ass.